Joining us now, former Ambassador at Large under President Trump, Nathan Sales, and former Trump Deputy National Security Advisor, Victoria Coates. It's great to have you both on. Nathan, first to you. What's the fallout of this for the Biden White House that House Foreign Affairs is set to put out a new investigatory report before the election on Biden's botched exit out of Afghanistan? And former Press Secretary Jen Psaki is reportedly going to sit for an interview in a few weeks for this. What do you think?
Well, it's not good news for the Biden administration. The more voters remember the calamitous withdrawal from Afghanistan, the worse Biden is going to look. And that's saying something. Look, Americans care about Afghanistan because today we are less secure, we are less safe than we were 3.5 years ago. By pulling out, we basically handed the country over to some of the world's most dangerous terrorists, including the local ISIS affiliate, ISIS Khorasan province. This group has carried out attacks across the region in Iran, in Pakistan, even into Russia, and now looking at Europe. And just last month, there were horrible reports about 8 people affiliated with ISIS Khorasan province who came across the southern border. They were stopped and then released into the country. And only after the fact was the FBI able to track them down across the country and arrest them. Thanks to the FBI for doing their job, but it never should have come to that where suspected ISIS members are able to get into our country.
So what Nathan just said, Axios is reporting this House investigatory report, Victoria, could contain, quote, potentially politically damaging information about Biden's decision about rushing the withdrawal. They say, 13 U.S. soldiers were murdered in that terror bombing at the Kabul airport. What do you think?
Well, it's good to be with you. And hi, Nathan. No, I strongly agree. I think this is going to really compound the problem the White House encountered last Thursday night with Biden's disastrous debate performance. And one of the worst things about that performance was when he basically said nobody died getting out of Afghanistan. And as you point out, 13 heroes died at Abbey Gate unnecessarily. It didn't have to happen. This was because the president was making a terrible series of decisions, forcing policy forward. Maybe his cognitive decline was not as obvious at that point as it is now, but looking back over the last 3 years, you can see bad decisions were being made from the get-go. And our deeply undermined national security is what we have to show for it.
The panel's probe has unearthed inconsistencies between what Biden and what the White House said publicly, including, the 4-star U.S. commander based in Kabul, retired General Austin Scott Miller, testified that he warned higher-ups this would get very bad and very serious very fast. And he was really troubled by the Biden White House's lack of understanding, Nathan, of the risk of what was happening here. What do you think, Nathan?
Yeah, we've really heard mixed messages from the White House. At first, the president told us nobody advised him to stay in. That turned out not to be the case. We now know that really across the entire U.S. government, he was being warned, if you withdraw, if you hand the country over to the Taliban on a silver platter, it's going to be a very, very dangerous situation for Americans. And that's exactly what has come to pass. Unfortunately, you never want your predictions of doom and gloom to be accurate, but unfortunately, all of the people who were warning Biden about the dangers of withdrawing without leaving the capability to take out terrorists who are threatening us, all of those people, unfortunately, have been vindicated.
Victoria, final word.
I would just say this reminds me, Liz, very disturbingly of 2014-15 timeframe when ISIS burst out of Iraq and Syria, shocking the then Obama administration and Vice President Biden. And we had attacks in Europe, in the United States, at San Bernardino and Orlando. Nathan knows this better than anyone. And I just worry we're looking at something similar going into the Olympics.
Nathan Sales, Victoria Coates, thanks for joining us. Great to have you on.